dealing again.
It's fine. Can they hear you?
Lots of drug dealing?
Because I feel like we go through this every time. Can they
We
hear
do.
you?
Which is why I didn't bother with the sound check today.
Junie, can you say something so that we can make sure you're heard?
Hi.
I can hear you. I don't know if they can.
Yes. I heard her through the stream. I've got it.
Perfect.
Cool.
So welcome to Take Another Shot, because I think shots need to be taken. We have a nerdy. She does exist.
I'm still alive, guys. I'm still alive.
I missed you.
I missed you guys too.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, so on this episode, we're actually going to go through 2 RPG sessions because we didn't do this last week. And there's a couple of people who need to have some idea what is going on. So what is going on is 3 weeks ago 3 sessions ago, there was a false flag attack where the Anarchs said that William sent them, and William didn't send them, but they attacked into Jackson's territory. And there was some investigation. There was a crazy visitor who is a kind of weird biker guy who gets along with Ozzy and, is very loud, uses a shotgun in the middle of the city to cut people's heads off, and then looks at Morgan funny when he does things more quietly with his hands and things. It's weird.
More quietly, like the nuke.
No.
That's brought up several times during both sessions, I'd like to point out. Thank you.
It was one nuke. One!
That will live in infamy.
So this will only continue for another, 3 seasons that we'll rag on you about this?
I'm just saying, we still rag on Junie 3 seasons later about how it took her an hour and a half to kill us in an elevator, session 1.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
That was painful to watch, by the way. I watched the vlog on that episode. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, just stab them already.
So, the week after this false flag attack happens, Morgan gets a request from William to come and visit. So,
you guys saw William without me?
Yes, we went very briefly, and we got to see William Donaldson as played by Junie Von Ash.
Oh.
Oh, well, we know how Junie does play
the characters. That is not the same William.
Right.
I did my best. I tried. I really...
Please tell me Junie hasn't tried to play Amelie.
No.
Okay, thank fuck.
Okay,
there was 5 minutes. It's fine.
There's a range of what I can do. And if I did, it was probably only through texts. It was not.
It was probably still wrong.
You know what, hey. I can only do so much with the limited talented skills I have.
However, I have an idea. We're just gonna call Junie's William Brokeback William.
So Brokeback William has replaced Gabe with the cowboy.
I think we just lost Sai, I'm sorry.
You're not wrong!
Why could I miss that?
No.
So we go see Brokeback Baron. And he asks us to take his pet cowboy for a ride. Because
okay, I don't think CBJ is going to be good with that one.
He's not happy with that. There is an Anarch Baron who is doing false flag things under his name and trying to get him into a direct conflict with Jackson. Because that's not something, he's not about that thug life. When he gets into a direct conflict with Jackson, he wants it to be with 20 other people who are also he basically just wants it to be like one of those gangbangs, but instead of sex, it's diablerie.
Okay, so here's the
Yes,
thing:
that.
is we've done that though. That was the end of season 1.
Okay, well, and William enjoyed it, I'm sure.
Too.
And so William hooks us up with a cowboy played by CBJ. And so we go to the other side of the Garou territory that Morgan's country residence is in. So, we get a brief tour of, a humble country cottage in the middle of Garou territory.
I wouldn't exactly call
Can I
that
call
house a
bullshit
cottage.
on humble?
I'm sorry, I one at a time. Junie, go.
I don't really consider that a cottage.
How many dots and resources do you have?
Being I've stayed in cottages before. That house is not a cottage.
Thank you for the clips, Baba.
Thank you,
We will
Fava.
use that one.
I'm just saying, when your resources 5, what is and isn't a cottage gets a little fuzzy, okay?
And that's why I was calling bullshit on humble.
So, anyhow, they go to Morgan's other house, the one that's not a skyscraper in downtown Chicago. And Morgan calls his friendly neighborhood Garou Sept, lets them know that he's in the area and that he's still abiding by the terms that they all agreed to, and he just wants to let them know that there's been some trouble with the vampires on the other side of William from them, to their east, and wants to know if they've had any trouble as well. And they say yes. And Morgan's like, oh, well, then maybe we can address both of these at once. And they're like, well, but we already ate some people. And Morgan's like, okay, well, do you want to talk, or do you just want to keep with the eating? And they're like, well, let's try the talking, and then we can get back to the eating if that doesn't work the way we want.
Is
And
this
Morgan's
about
like,
when I put
okay.
tinsel in Hera's hair?
Yeah, during this conversation, freaking Melody turns into a squirrel and climbs up on the werewolf Sept Alpha's shoulder and starts braiding tinsel into her hair.
This is a thing.
Well worth the crit.
This sounds fair.
That has gotta be the ballsiest fucking squirrel, man.
Until I start setting traps for Ozzy.
I'm sure that squirrel has
Ooh,
the
I wanna
biggest
help.
set of nuts.
Did you see your stash of nuts? We will have to
Oh,
at some
for God's
point
sake.
roll for your stash of nuts to see just how big your nutsack is.
That's mine? No.
No. Not his nutsack that you have now deemed. I'm talking about your actual nutsack. As in how many walnuts and acorns and all this other shit that you collected. How big that sack really is.
Oh, you mean the bag I keep my clothes in?
Sure, that too.
Yeah, that. Okay. We can roll that.
We'll have to roll it at some point. Just to see when you've become over inundated by your sack full of nuts and clothes.
It's not yarn this time. I can escape each time.
That and glitter.
Yeah, I think we'll get to that.
Yeah, the pocket glitter is a thing. Anyhow, I'm sorry, derailing.
No worries. We have a nice talk with Hera, the Garou Sept Alpha, who is a kind of frenemies with Morgan because they fought together against a greater threat, but there's prejudices. I think that's an accurate way of describing things, though storyteller will be sure to correct me, or not correct me and then, do things the fun way later.
Pulling
Not that
Gino's
she'd
notes?
ever do that. Yeah. And so they get an escort from this group of Guru called the Quins. That is an all-female group who likes to carry bats around, and they like to stake kindred with a bat. They don't break it and turn it into a stake first. They just power through. Because if you hit someone hard enough with a Louisville Slugger, it is a stake.
It's Rob. Hi, Rob.
So
Hey,
after...
sorry for the delay.
No worries.
All right.
You doing all right?
Yeah, just had to get up early and was feeling a bit tired, nodded off for a bit. It's my fault.
Hey, it happens.
Life with kids.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So we're actually going over the last 2 sessions, Rob. So after you got introduced to Morgan's country house, we got an escort from the Quins over to this new Baron's territory. And it's someone who's calling themselves a Baron, but we're not sure how legit that is. They seem to still be trying to convince a lot of the other Anarchs that they're a Baron. Or, maybe we've just gotten bad information. Who knows? Not us. And so we go over and we find this internet cafe run by this person named Maggie the Bite. And so we tried to talk to Maggie about where her Baron is. And Maggie's like,
You skipped right past the part where this got weird, though.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So we get to this internet cafe where we've heard that Maggie is. And someone decides to do some reconnaissance.
Squirrel went up the building because I saw eyes watching us. So I get up there, and I look in the window thinking, I'm being sneaky. I'm not sneaky. Squirrel just ran up the side of the cafe. No. I find I'm rolling for stupid a lot. But I get up there, and something asks me, what do I want? And the squirrel panicked. And chunked glitter in the window and bolted back down, apparently streaming lime clean glitter, over Morgan's shoulder, through the opened window, across William's pet cowboy, who was not okay with being watched. And may have triggered a frenzy.
You might want to tell that Rob that his cowboy is now Brokeback Mountain Cowboy.
No. See, William,
No, William
Not
is-
Rob, it's William.
It was William.
Oh, okay.
William
I'm sorry.
has been
It's the
dubbed the
Brokeback
Brokeback
Baron.
Baron.
But
has
Which I need to
replaced-
put on merch.
But
he
now,
has replaced the pet Trenier from last time with a cowboy.
oh
If you
yeah,
put that
yeah.
on merch. If you put that on merch, I'm sending Rono a t-shirt.
Yep. It'll be on merch.
Okay, so now we have a pet. Now Kyle's the pet for William.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Congratulations, you've been promoted to pet cowboy.
Sorry.
That's a Brokeback
You're mute.
Cowboy.
I have been promoted to pet cowboy.
Yeah, we might need that on a t-shirt too.
Let me make a note.
Welcome to the group.
You're part of the tribe. Congratulations.
All right, let's.
So then there's like before or as the squirrel was scaling the building, there was also some paranoia that had come up for Kyle, which led to some great character interaction.
I almost got shot in your limo.
That is a thing. That is a thing that almost happened. Yes. came streaming back into the limousine through the window, which also meant that glitter that was trailing by got all over the already paranoid cowboy, who already had guns in his hand.
Yep, that was the thing.
What could go wrong?
Pretty much everything involving me at this point, it seems.
Not wrong.
So then there was some back and forth, and Kyle was like, "You need to get out of the limo," and the squirrel was like, "But I'm safe in here." And Kyle's like, "No, you're not. I'm pointing a gun at you."
I got out of the limo.
Yeah.
You're safe as far as he cannot shoot you.
And he's got unerring aim. He can shoot you for a good distance.
He's going the distance. I would
He's
May
say.
have spent the rest
speed.
of that interaction hiding behind Morgan.
And
and
she's all alone.
dribbling
Yes.
glitter on the brand new, one of a kind, $50,000 suit.
I cleaned that later.
The base suit was 20 grand before it got customized and modified.
Or as people like Morgan call it, clothes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still.
It works until
You
it
know?
doesn't, right?
Do I sprinkle glitter on your grandma's doily? No. Why? Because it's your grandma's doily.
Oh, because you're allergic to glitter.
Okay, fine. Do I sprinkle blood on your grandma? Okay, never. Bad example.
Really bad example.
So then we go into the cafe, and we meet not Maggie, but apparently Maggie is a weeb and keeps a pet magical girl.
As the resident weeb, I feel attacked.
My character actually keeps a pet magical girl, so I mean I'm attacked too. So there's some back and forth. There's some talkie. She's like, "Are you sure you want to meet her?" And we're like, "We kind of have to." She's like, "Why?" And we're like, "Well, there's kind of been some attacks that it seems like she might have been involved with." She's like, "Ah, shit. Fine. Everybody else out. You talk with her. Bye."
The best part was when she asked for people's cards, some people were like, "Oh, yeah, we have them, but we don't have names on them."
Why you gotta call me out like this?
I mean...
she just said someone. You just called yourself.
It's almost like someone is used to being known and not needing an introduction and not needing to tell people
some
who
people
they are.
some people are just used to being all, "Hey, this is my card. You have met me, so this is the number for me."
Yeah.
But I don't remember everyone that I meet. You're just another face.
I feel attacked.
It's like how many cards I've got in a day. Oh, here's the 30 or 40 I've collected in a day. Who are you again? Say my name.
So then, yes, there's a blank card handed out, and somebody has to write a name on it so they know who it goes to. And then we meet Maggie, and Maggie's like, "Oh my god," and then we're like, "Uh-huh." No, so Maggie denies knowledge of these attacks, and denies it either sincerely or is a good enough liar to make us think that she's probably sincere, with some fairly good rolls. And then she kind of vents a little bit about how this is making her life very difficult. And, so there's some talk about, what Maggie might be looking for if she wants to make a change. And there are some roles about about Maggie's background, and some things are discovered, but Morgan doesn't make that check, so I'm not going to cover that part. Who's that?
Pretty sure I failed those two.
I was
Story-
not there.
Storyteller, can you tell us about Maggie a little bit?
Margaret Boleyn was the last daughter of the Boleyns, who was actually after Anne. Her identity and place in history has been erased by her niece Elizabeth, whom she is very and exceedingly upset about, but it is what it is. She was embraced into the clan of Bruja, and from there, she became what Kyle did find out eventually. She was the personal assistant to the, shall we say, Prince of London, and had been in his service ever since she was embraced. She knew where many bodies were buried, many secrets had been done, and in the end of it all, people are looking for her. Not just for Matthias's, shall we say, dirty little secrets, but also other treasures and such that he has had littered throughout all of England. She escaped after the fall of London, which she survived in 2012, to come to America, where she landed with Augusta, who may or may not have a few things over her head, which some people will find out eventually soon, depending on their investigation roles. But she is known as a very good cracking hacker for her, shall we say, age. While that's all said and done, she landed in the service of Augusta, became her master cracker, and that sounds really bad, but it's a cracker hacker, whatever. You go from it there, take it as you wish. Code cracker, that's it. We'll say code cracker because Star Wars. And that's what was on my brain. Hi, how are you all doing? Caffeine has not kicked in yet. Anyhow, being all that being said, yeah, she emphatically denies having any knowledge of this because she deals with all the online presence, all of the hidden agenda. And for some people that may or may not be of the Nosferatu persuasion, who knew or were on ShrekNet, does know that she may or may not still have access to it. As if it may or may not be up or down still. No one really knows yet. Batman!
So, is there a donkey net?
No,
That was
There's
the,
The
There's
donkey net
Shrek
making
net.
waffles.
there's only ShrekNet.
there was ShrekNet. DonkeyNet was the backup. Waffles was the other backup, but neither one of those survived either. Because the donkey ate the waffles.
I think that episode ended with you're attempting to relocate Maggie. Not Maggie. What's her name? That was Maggie, wasn't it?
Maggie.
I'm okay. And somebody going behind our backs somewhere.
Yeah.
So, well, he didn't so much go behind our back as he waited a little bit and used some enhanced senses and made a comment. And then, so that episode actually ended with a surprise, which I will actually let Rob reveal because there's another player here who did not see the ending to the first episode that had Kyle in it.
You might want to do the whole introduction as you did to Jackson, if you would like to. You are muted,
Muted.
Rob.
That's the plan, because I didn't write it out for nothing.
Fair enough.
I would hope
So-
you wrote that down, jeans.
Yeah. So, Kyle was taken before the prince. He was like, all right, so I guess we better do this. Better get the official stuff out of the way then. Roderick Pratchett, child of Robert King, grandchild of Lorelei LeVay, great-grandchild of Christina Gomez, great-great-grandchild of Ramon de Lanuza, great-great-great-grandchild of Rafael de Corazon, great-great-great-great-grandchild of Calliste Castillo, great-great-great-great-great-grandchild of Arakel, great-great-great-great-great-grandchild of Enoch, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchild of Cain, Archon of the Camarilla, in service to Justicar Lucind, presents himself to Prince Kevin Jackson of Chicago.
Hashtag what could go wrong.
Did anyone else just have a "My name is Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die" moment?
Yes, I did. I did just have that moment.
So
Zed! Hi, Zed.
Dead.
So yeah, we've been running around with an Archon, which presents a couple of problems, many of which Morgan has no idea about because he thinks he's done everything properly. He certainly tried to do everything properly. But he's been doing some things that are super, super frowned upon.
Like trying to nuke Chicago?
Probably worse than that in the view of the Camarilla. But we will get to that. I mean, it's just a city, right? Kind destroy their own cities all the time, right?
Intense face palming in Kyle.
Right, but if you start mixing kindred magic with mage magic, that is something that might not just go away if a city goes away.
Fair.
That's the kind of problem that gets big fast.
Fair.
So, we'll get to why that's relevant in a minute. So this was all not yesterday, but the previous session.
Last week, yeah.
So yesterday, Morgan gets up and he's got a lot of stuff to do. He's running a business. He's conducting all kinds of research. He's got some backroom deals that he's got deliverables for Jackson, including intelligence reports, warning of potential attacks incoming, things like that. And
Get my son something to snack on. Be right back.
he gets interrupted by the third Ventrue in line, a southern lady by the name of Naomi. So, his assistant is like, "Hey, you've got a guest coming. She'll be here in a couple of minutes. You really should get gussied up." Morgan's like, "Who is it?" And she tells him, and he's like, "Okay, crap, how do I handle this?" "Oh, pretend they're a foreign dignitary. Get dressed up, get the charcoal colored suit with the palladium lining, and, give them the little half bow when they come in and, try to, be willing to give them things that you view as inconsequential and just try and keep them happy, and, so there's some talk about, and so he gets thrown for a loop a little bit because she says she's there for him to try and help him, to try and blah, 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 blah. And that's not what foreign dignitaries usually do. They usually want something, not they're trying to give something. So, Morgan negotiates some lessons, some introductions, some things like that, because he doesn't know how to Ventrue. He's winging it. Like, he learned how to Ventrue from a Brujah who turned into a Ravnos. Like, that was his education on how to Ventrue. Well, and there was a little bit from a Malkavian. None of this, leads to being good Ventrues. And so then, while that's happening, I believe that Melody got a visitor.
Yeah, so Melody woke up hungry. And I went outside to grab a snack, and what I run into is not a snack. There are two fairies at our front door. And my first response is, well, crap, I can't eat you. They are dignitaries from the Fae Court come to collect me for an audience with the Queen. So I run back inside, close the door, not really explaining myself very well, grab a dress, kick on Tommy's door to let him know where I'm going because nobody else is going to find me. And he's like, why do I care? What's going on? Whatever, go away. I get dressed, I chug some blood, and I follow them out to an audience with the Fairy Queen. And I think the basic gist of that was, she wants to know where my allegiances lie, what's going on. She's like, you've served us well, we want to honor that, and blah, 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 blah. Where I'm like, okay, my allegiance is wherever it needs to be. I am not Fae anymore. I have to live this new life. And my sire and her baron are more than keen on keeping amiable relationships with the Fae Court, which is something she already knows. That was last season. I wanted to say semester, and that's not right. Wow.
Nope, season. We got you.
Yeah, last season. And then she asks if I'm still willing to serve the Fae Court, and I'm like, if that's even possible, sure. And she wants me to infiltrate the court of the vampire. Like, not. She has no concerns about William at all at this point. But she wants me to infiltrate the court where Jackson's at and learn how they feel about the Fae and if they have any plans for them. Or I'm sitting here going, okay, I will see what I can do, but I don't think he likes me.
The plan is to eat.
Okay, the plan is to eat all of you at some point if it comes to that. I eat vampires. That's how this works.
Well, I meant Jackson's plan for the Fae, but,
Oh, well then he's first.
As it should be.
So then I get a ride back to Morgan's place and spend a concerning amount of time stuck in an elevator, apparently. But, I don't know where we're
Junie has this thing with elevators.
So to be fair, he had to put in a specific elevator for me and Tommy because glitter was a thing. And Tommy didn't want to be seen. Which means I have to clean that elevator every time I use it because Tommy doesn't want the glitter either.
No. Glitter makes it easy to see, and Tommy does not like to be seen at all. So,
You're doing glitter wrong then.
well, I don't know how to glitter right, so
He's a Nosferatu. What's glitter?
I have no desire to glitter right.
that's correct.
Wait.
So while the Ventru was doing Ventru, and while the squirrel was doing fairy, Tommy heard some stuff about some stuff going on at a place, and Kyle had heard some stuff about some stuff going on at a place, and they're both separately, but we're all like, let's go check out this place.
That was a very Nosferatu statement.
Very much so.
I don't remember names very well.
It was.
I can't find my notes,
I
basically.
got my notes. Oh shit, hold on.
Yeah.
It's just.
It was a tense spat in a hallway with, do I shoot you or do I not shoot you?
Yeah,
It was
we
as
or do I not?
supposed.
we pulled up next to each other at this place,
Mhm.
and Kyle, would you like to describe how much of a jerk you were?
Kyle, not expecting to have to deal with Kindred until after he entered the building, he looks over, sense the unseen, sees through Mask of 1,000 Faces, so he just goes, ah!
Like a jerk.
Like a rare moment.
Yes, Batman.
Yeah.
We want that
It's like
too.
a rare moment of no composure for him.
Yeah.
He gathers himself and then offers the most backhanded compliment I could have possibly thought of at the time.
And that background, that compliment was.
It's It's like he starts recovering, and he says, "Go on." And Kyle goes, "Well, I mean, since you asked, you look like a modern art masterpiece."
Which
Wow.
was mildly amusing to Tom. Because, Tommy's heard a lot of shit before, so Tommy's kind of used to it. And then here's this fucking guy out of nowhere calling him a modern art masterpiece. And he's like, oh, that's new. So then they decide to go around opposite sides of the building to get where they need to be, only to meet up on the other side of the building.
And then the
Where they
dick measuring
continue.
contest starts.
Oh no!
Where it was like the meeting of two edgy bastards trying to walk that razor's edge, going opposite directions. And they eventually came to some agreement of an exchange of information, because that's what they were both there for. So,
After the gunfire.
was there gunfire there?
There was gunfire at that location, but we had not gotten there yet.
Yeah, we hadn't gotten there yet. And then at the door appears our best friends, Vicky, who's like, "Are you two just gonna stand there, or are you gonna kiss, or are you gonna come inside? What are you doing?"
Make up your mind. I'm standing at the door and I gotta let you in, but you gotta let me know if this is the makeout section, it's the information section, or are you gonna pull out your dicks and measure?
Porque no los dos.
Yes.
Exactly.
This
exactly.
is not mutually exclusive.
Right. So they decide that they were gonna go inside after all and find what they could find, which Kyle was apparently on the ball, because Tommy sure as hell was not, because Tommy decided to eat someone who was on LSD a little earlier in the day.
I mean, look, it's almost like I built him to learn. It's like to find things out,
Right?
like the kind of skill set one would want in an Archon.
I mean, so the best part was as they're doing all their thing and trying to find out what's going on, I'm thinking, oh shit, I gotta now come up with something because somebody decided to roll a massive crit. I'd look
Yeah.
at him, but he's not at the camera right now.
That one wasn't.
I mean, I'm still here. I'm still listening, and yeah, hi.
So would you like to tell everyone what you found and discovered?
Well, I discovered that our wayward Baron was pinned to the wall with a fucking net gun like a goddamn dolphin.
You mean the Brokeback Baron?
No, not the.
No, not
this
him.
is the Baron question mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fact Baron is William.
Well, I wasn't there, so I didn't know which one you were talking about.
So this is the upstart who's trying to frame William, not William himself.
Got it. Understood.
Continue.
Yep. And then, once she was wrapped up in net gun, she was dragged to the window. And, it's a net gun, so it's not like she can't reach out of the net. But it was obvious that she put up a kind of struggle, going as far as using feral weapons to try to keep herself from going out the window. And that is where that particular trail went cold, with her be going out the window, leaving marks there. And that caught Kyle's interest quite handily. Because
Bruja, don't you generally get feral
when's the
weapons?
last time you heard of a Bruja just naturally getting feral weapons? They don't. They just don't.
Oh yeah, it should be mentioned that there was other Nos in this room, and
Oh,
the first thing that Kyle does is pulls out his revolvers, like, "Who the hell are you, and what are you doing here?" Like, when Tommy's like, "Oh yes, hello."
And the Reaper's just
At that point, he hadn't investigated the holes in the wall yet. So it's like, I see bullet holes. I see people in here who are being hidden. Seems sus.
Kyle's a little high strung.
Yeah, I could tell. I could
Not
tell.
I mean,
So yes, and then he pulls, then he decides he's just gonna shoot this random Nos who turns out to be the Reaper of the area. So
Yeah, when she revealed that she's the Reaper, he proceeded to really not give a shit about this, which now makes sense to everybody now that oh, he's an Archon.
yeah.
yeah.
That was a whole ass thing.
So
And-
you also found a map, right?
Yes, they did. Of the upper part of Illinois.
And what should be marked on that map but locations such as Daily Plaza and the Tower?
As if no one knows where that's at.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
And being the ultra investigator that you are, kind of put those things together about what was going on with that map.
Yup.
Whereas Tommy was like, oh, look, pins. Nice. And the map wound up being, I think that there was different labels. Was it green for Garou, red for Kindred, and then what, blue, missing blue ones, which I'm assuming was for mages? Because you said that there was an M next to it, but
Yes,
but you saw the green and red ones dotted on those locations. And, Kyle's like, oh, there's gonna be an attack on these locations.
There was also a date next to those locations. And
Yes.
It was today's date.
Yep. So we got to work sending messages.
Yeah.
Yes, you all did.
So Morgan gets alerted that, oh, hey, here's this picture of this map that has a push pin at your tower and today's date. That's not sus at all. Oh, here's some other locations that that are significant that are also marked with today's date. So Morgan's like, okay, hey Gwen, those reports I've been sending you for the past few weeks that I think there might be an attack coming? Well, I think it might be flipping today.
Melody gets these messages too, and I finally made it up to his freaking office. And I'm like, damn it, I have to change out of this dress. I'm not getting blood on this. I spent too long sewing on it. So I turn into a squirrel and crawl into my purse, and that poor assistant is standing there trying to offer me clothes. I'm like, look, I've got a sparkly dress in here. Sparkles!
For assistant. So underpaid.
No. There is no amount of money that is the correct amount of money to
No,
be
it's
paying
not.
this woman.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Actually, after some back and forth where I'm hollering Sparkles, and she's arguing with Morgan, and he's like, she's eccentric. This is normal. I pull out a dress, and I'm just like, okay, Morgan, what the hell are we doing?
So, Tommy and Kyle are kind of like, oh, we should probably get a move on this situation. And Tommy's like, well, we can go to the Daily Plaza because that's where Morgan is, which had been mentioned that Kyle knew Morgan. So
Yes.
that was the general plan.
That's actually why Kyle didn't draw on Tommy. Once names were out of the way, it was Tommy. Morgan mentioned the Nosferatu by that name.
Oh yeah, and I said, oh, you met Morgan? That's regrettable.
Yeah. So yeah,
The Venture Shade is real with these people.
It's true. So
that's why Tommy didn't get drawn on.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's just fair because
Yeah.
Tommy's kind of a dick, so it would have been totally his fault.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we start going to Daily Plaza. On the way, sending messages to Melody, just asking like, hey, what do the Garou know about possibly giving this random Baron Beast Claws or
Gangrel,
whatever.
you asked me to talk to Olivia.
Gangrel, yeah. And then
I text the bearings back.
I know that Morgan messaged Gwen. Tommy also messaged Gwen. Just kind of.
I'll message Gwen.
I'll message Gwen. Everybody was messaging Gwen. 'Cause
I did not
Gwen's
message
phone's
Gwen.
like bing, 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 bing.
Poor
Meanwhile,
Gwen.
Meanwhile, Gwen was busy dealing with other shit.
Like,
Oh
Fuck
no,
you,
I'm
I'm
sorry. It
already
wasn't
here.
Gwen. It was somebody else.
Yeah, I messaged a roommate that as a just as a bit of a teaser, may or may not had already been messaged by then.
Got it. So you messaged mysterious roommate number 1.
There.
Of
Um,
one, at least,
and- And when we pulled up to Daily Plaza, we also saw Maggie the Bite, who Morgan had also messaged.
Yeah, because Morgan has been in the background trying to get her a good retail location as kind of a kind of buying her away from these people who have been attacking the area that he lives in, or at least attempting to.
Yeah.
So that you can. It's a non-violent way of weakening their position and making it harder for them to be violent toward it. So.
Yeah. So we
Adventure solution.
ran into her, decided to ride the elevator up with her because that's who I was looking for in going to the location. And that's you had some information about that. So we got in the elevator and she begins talking, motions to Kyle and then looks at Tommy and starts chatting out Tommy's real name. And Tommy's like, nope, don't do that.
Ixnay on the eel.
Ixnay on the eel ray name, please. We don't speak such things here. And then they, kind of ride up together after a brief chat where they open up into Morgan's office.
And Princess Sparkles was already here, and poor Kyle's like, no.
Yeah.
She's that. And Kyle just has that eye twitch.
Inside Kyle's mind is just flashbacks of traumatic glitter incident. And the assistant of course was there to bring us in, and we all commented on how she wasn't being paid enough for this, and Morgan was like, oh, actually I'll give you a raise, and tried to contact HR, and HR was like, she does not exist, and he was like, what?
I
All kinds of
put
fun
her on
information.
the payroll. Why? Who took her off and why?
And Kyle kept giving this woman alcohol.
Yes, Kyle kept slipping her drinks, which was funny.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing about being a ghoul is that you only get drunk for about half the time because Vitae is rather persnickety about being the only alien substance within a ghoul.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So there was
True.
some conversation about what was going on, and there was some tremors that had started happening, to which who I don't remember who had the highest. I think it was Kyle maybe, who was like, "Oh, this place is a fortress, but also that was a big ass explosion that just happened."
So actually, before
That
we
was
got
not.
there,
I didn't get that role.
Oh, okay. I don't.
I mean,
know who
I
that
got
was.
the fortress. I've been I can hear. Well, actually, no. I could get that this was a fortress. Actually, that was me.
Yeah.
So,
I thought that was you.
so
But before that,
Morgan's like, okay, almost everybody who I've called is here except for Gwen. So I'm gonna text Gwen and go, hey, are you coming, or can I go ahead and lift the drawbridge? And Gwen's like, oh my god, get it up now. So he does.
there was at least one motherfucker in there somewhere too.
Couple of them, yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it was up, motherfucker, up.
yes, yeah, I think
So-
that was right.
Morgan raises the wards on his lair. And then there's that big boom, and Morgan's like, okay, let's check on everybody. And one of the people he checks on is Gwen, who, and for player knowledge, I know that there was a lot of improv there. Was Gwen actually on fire?
Leaving it up to dice.
Yes.
That's never good.
Now, question 2: was Gwen on fire because of her own abilities or because of someone else's?
Somebody
I mean,
else's.
You laugh, but it's a valid question.
I was
mean,
going to
it
say,
is.
that's a valid
It is.
question.
It's a very valid question. Creatio Ignis is a thing. I am aware.
No,
Well,
she's been on fire of her own problems before.
Yes.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
called out, but it was a
So-
thing.
Morgan finds out that, there's been some bad explosions. I got the impression that Daily Tower was largely okay. Is that the case, or would he know yet?
Where we ended, that's what the impression I was under.
Right.
Whether that changes next session. So.
That's
Daily
fair.
session at present is not being attacked.
Okay.
And I think the last thing that we learned before we faded to end of scene was that the tower was falling.
The tower was falling, and we had all... So we all rode an elevator from the top of the penthouse at Daily Tower down into the basements
Yes.
that aren't on the blueprints.
That's right, because we
where
saw
there's
it on
bunkers.
TV.
Right.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
go into this meeting room where there's like a bunch of TVs on the wall, and they turn on the news and the tower is collapsing. So,
Going off.
in doing so, Morgan has also unknowingly brought an Archon into an area that there's some things that, well, we'll let you two
Well-
talk about that.
And really, I kind of feel like we'll let next week really determine the full severity of what he said, of how he reacts to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and so, I mean, there's the full severity of how he reacts, but there's also, like, a lot of people might not know. Like, certainly when I rolled the character, I didn't know that some of the things that he was arranging were as, like, horribly forbidden as they are.
I mean,
I would like to point out that I leave you guys alone for a few months.
My
And
dude,
everything
I know.
goes to shit.
Okay, no. I'm gonna pause because I distinctly remember a before time where everything went to shit regardless of whether you were here or not.
That is
So
also
you
fair.
can't
Last
say
season-
that you weren't here and it was shit. It was always gonna go to shit.
That
Last
is
season,
fair.
you left us alone for 1 week. Rono's on fire, and we're captured, and William's in pieces.
That
Oh
is
yeah, that was a
also
lot of fun.
fair.
But what came of that was one of my favorite episodes. So
Well, and also one of my favorite lines.
which one
Yeah.
was
It was
that?
already C3'd. I just PO'd him.
This is true.
So yeah, takeaways from the last 2 sessions. We'll just go round robin. Dritton.
Everything's on fire. People that we don't want on fire are on fire.
Fair. All right, Tanari.
Not everyone's keen on this glitter thing,
Fair.
and
Kyle.
I don't really care.
I mean, it looks like I'm about to have to start shooting things, which, I mean, I'm not super upset about normally, but also, I've only got 12 rounds that are good against lupines, and I don't know how many are coming, if any, and that's a problem.
Fair. Tommy's thoughts are I don't get paid enough for this shit. Actually, I don't get paid at all. I should
Yeah.
change that. I want to know what our mage has been up to.
Yes! You are
Muted.
so
I think
muted.
your hardware muted. Or
Fuck
something.
if the mage knows.
Oh,
Valid.
hang on. Let's go over some of the goals that I've
Yes!
put down.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
good, because I haven't done anything.
Okay,
That's fair.
so there's this problem that one of our coterie members has with their shadow. And this is the second time that Morgan has seen this problem.
So what did Tommy fuck up to have a
I don't
problem
know
with
what
the
you're
shadow?
talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't say that in front of the Archon, guys.
So
Keep that on the DL. Fuck.
one thing that
So
Morgan,
what about this shadow?
Nothing. There's no shadow. Shadows don't exist.
so
I fucking missed you
apparently
guys.
there's some kind of like shadow herpes that goes around where like you start hearing, you know, you get sores and you hear voices in your head and you feel
Oh God,
hot
it's a
and
Sybil again.
you go through menopause.
Did you not know?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
she didn't know.
Sybil
Oh, you
again.
didn't know. Okay, so you know how
I've been
Gabe,
gone that
you know
fucking
how
long.
Gabe had the one. Tommy's got the other.
Yeah.
This was session
Yeah.
1.
No, it's session
Uh,
2.
Session
It was
two.
see, and
It was two.
I was only
All
in session
I
one.
know is I heard the phrase mummy herpes and I started getting flashbacks.
Wait,
No,
are you telling me
Herpes.
Ozzy is now considered herpes? Is that what we're going with?
Yes, yes, 100%.
So
I wasn't even involved in mummy herpes, but I heard enough stories that I had flashbacks.
So I'm just gonna say that from now on, that Cymerk is the sacrificial lamb of this group because this is the second character now that has caught the Aussie herpes.
Not
This is
the only
That
one.
valid.
makes you feel better. I'm waiting to set traps for him. He's gonna get
Oh.
the
So-
other herpes
I
too.
don't think that makes me feel better.
so there is
What should make you feel better is that Mystic and I do a good job of sacrificing our characters too.
Oh, but see, the difference is you guys actively sacrifice yours. I passively do it.
Yeah, when Frank sacrificed himself, he fucked everybody up.
That's true. That's
This
very
is fair.
true.
okay. So hang on. Let's get back to this because it is something that Emily will need to know.
Yep.
So shadows are something that some kindred can apparently infest to like start trying to mind control people and like take them over. And so the mages have been tasked with trying to figure out ways to undo or prevent that.
Okay.
They have also been tasked with working with the Thin Bloods to see if they can enhance or alter Thin Blood alchemy formula to make them do things that they otherwise can't.
Okay.
Specifically, there have been requests for a vial that will make a Thin Blood into a full kindred for a night, and a vial that will make a full kindred into a Thin Blood for a night.
Hey. You're
Uh,
gonna send this all to me so I remember by
Yes.
tomorrow, right? Okay.
And that glare from Kyle at the idea of this.
Fair.
That's a hashtag you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And also there have been some attempts to get actually Junie. It was a goal a while back, but I don't recall what you said one way or another. Was he able to get a Tremere on loan from the Chantry to participate in this heresy?
Can you roll with disadvantage?
Right?
No. I'm offering them knowledge, so it should be with advantage.
No.
Wait,
No.
how many Tremere are we looking at? Just one or?
Disadvantage, Tremere,
At
sassy
least-
bitches. No.
At least
Yeah.
one. He'll take as many as he could get, but he's just trying to get them to participate in the knowledge creation.
You get 2 out of the 3 you bargained for.
Ah.
But you have to. You are promising a major boon to each of them.
Okay.
Okay, that's solid. So you get your 2 Tremere.
All right. So I believe I've had them for a couple of weeks because this was a while back. But anyhow, there will be. Actually, this is another question. So I PM'd you, and you said you were pondering. Do you want to go back over that question?
Sure.
Okay. So the question is, do I need to pay for features on a haven for the minions and NPCs to use? Like, they're not going to be things that Morgan is directly going to use.
But they're in the haven you are providing.
Right.
I would say yes.
Okay. So at that point, he's probably putting at least a point each in lab and library, and probably arsenal, and probably another for like watchers or security. So yay, XP debt again.
Good job. We're proud of you.
But the other side of that is, there are skilled thin blood alchemists who actually have some protection and a way to use their talents for Morgan's advantage, which that's the important thing in life. It's not just that you have talents, it's that you're able to use them for Morgan's advantage. So I'm glad that they've finally found their purpose in life.
I mean, that's fair.
All right. So that's what Amelie's been like
Yeah.
force fed for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's all.
Just
no
that.
biggie.
No biggie.
That's it.
What about, I'm going to ask the goals question, but before I ask that, and I don't know if Madam Storyteller can reveal this, are we going to be starting next session a week ahead, or are we going to be starting next session same night?
Okay, here's my question. Are you guys actually wanting to go over to the tower while it is on fire?
Morgan
hell
definitely
no.
I was supposed to say, that sounds like a terrible idea. You all better say no.
I mean,
No, Morgan, yes. Unequivocally, yes. That's going to be a touchstone thing for Morgan.
Let him
He
go.
can go on his own.
But-
Tommy won't. I can almost guarantee you Ozzy won't.
I think Ozzy be like,
Let's go
I
watch it
think
burn.
it's fairly obvious which way Kyle's gonna go.
To the tower.
to the tower.
And this might be the thing that Morgan does that saves him from Kyle later. It's just like, okay, maybe. But, being willing to go, okay, the tower's on fire, they need help, I'm going there.
While
Hopefully
Melody,
we'll get a different response from the Camarilla.
while Melody would probably want to follow Morgan, she's also not keen on getting in the tower while it's on fire.
Iron
And is still wary of following Kyle anyway.
Well, and Tommy probably isn't. I don't know if Tommy would actually let Melody go because Tommy's been told to keep Melody away from certain things.
Wait, seriously?
Yes. And Tommy's been doing a real bad job at that because Tommy's not dead.
Yes.
It's the whole ass thing.
Hang on, dead or dad?
Dad. Gabe was dad. Tommy's not dad.
No, Tommy is trash man.
Yes.
No, Tommy is bachelor uncle.
Drunk bachelor uncle.
Yes,
that's a good way to
Drunk
put
bachelor
it, yeah.
trash dad.
So Tommy would be like, "You're not going. Stay here."
But
Here's some beer
I
and
wanna go.
Tommy would probably be like, "Hold on, I know I got like a sparkle around here somewhere." Morgan, where do you keep the sparkles?
And Morgan's going to be like, over here, follow the sprinkles. We're getting on the helicopter.
Look, okay, I will say that's a hard line. Tommy will not go. And the reason I'm going to justify this because Tommy became vampire during the fires of London. So Tommy
Fair.
is definitely not going anywhere where there is massive amounts of fire.
That is
That's
very fair.
That
And
is
so-
Melody's not keen
very
yet.
reasonable.
Yeah.
So, explanation for an explanation. One of Morgan's convictions is that loyalty should be reciprocated. And he has an ally at the tower who's on fire. And
Yeah.
that ally has been very loyal to him and helped him out of some very sticky situations. So he's going to go bail them out come hell or high water. Because that's more or less what they've done for him.
Counter offer. Just hear me out. Gwen is
Stames?
the sheriff. Gwen is the sheriff. And Gwen is significantly more powerful than some of us. And perhaps Baby Ventru going to the tower might actually cause more problems for Gwen, who would have
What
to just turn
happened
around and save your
every time.
ass.
What happened every time?
Every
the past
single time this
season
happened.
when something
So
super
it might
bad
actually be
happens
causing
and
her
the Leon
more
ones go in.
problems than it'd be helping. Just counter offered. Just
Yeah, I'm just sitting here
Yes.
thinking, I'm just going to make things worse. That's all
And
I'm
all
time.
I'm hearing
You.
here is stains.
look, otherwise, look, that's my
stains,
player
stains,
argument.
stains.
Tommy's not going to argue. If you want to go to the fire, you go to the fire. Tommy don't care.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
you are absolutely 100% correct.
But I understand. You'll do as
Yeah.
you please.
Right.
Yep.
Morgan doesn't care.
Yep.
That's fair. Valid.
It's like, no, this is how we do business. Suck it.
So it sounds like we probably are starting same night next week.
Yep.
Okay, well then I have no goals to give.
Well, last time we did that, she would reset the day, and then we get our goals in during next session,
What happens
Yeah.
is once you finish that scene,
during the next day. Yeah.
yeah, when you finish the scene that we kick off with, then it's like, okay, now we're done with the scene. Night's ended. What
Oh,
happened?
so we get to see on scene whether or not Tommy threatens the Archon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That'll be fun.
Yes.
It should be fun.
We can. Oh, that just means we need to get that drug dice ready.
Drug dice.
Alrighty here.
I don't know about others, but my goal is going to be that I have something to give Tommy when we get back home. Eventually, I've managed to make a quilt that glitters without getting the glitter loose. Because somehow making enemies out of someone I live with sounds like a bad.
I mean, fair.
So the next question is, does Morgan take the helicopter over? Or is he
The one that
going
Gabe
to-
trashed?
I can. Okay.
He's got a spare. That one's on the way to the country house with some people as a backup
I
site.
can tell you now, you will not be able to get that helicopter from point A to point B because there are too many skyscrapers right in the vicinity of
It'd
the
be
tower.
a real shame if there was tunnels we could take.
Unless you want to land that helicopter in the river.
Wait, who said anything about landing?
Being that the whole top of the what
Are
was
you talking about
the
flying a helicopter
Trump
straight into the burning tower?
has gone down. I mean,
So I kinda like
sure, drop down into the burning inferno.
He might, and there's a couple of thin blood alchemies that he might try to grab first.
Okay, so I have a counterpoint that I have to make as Emily at this point.
And
Who
that's actually
you
where I was
literally
going.
hire to tell you if things are a good idea or not.
Specifically, if things about magic are a good idea.
Right?
Is this about magic?
Yes.
I mean, the tower's on fire. I'm gonna assume it's fucking magic.
Okay, fair. Go ahead.
Bad idea, don't go.
Okay, can you teleport her out?
I can get people on it. You know,
Okay.
we hire people for that instead
Yeah,
of, you know, going and endangering your life and the life of others
Okay, so
for
let's-
stupidity.
and we need to have this scene next session if you're off. Do you know if you're off yet?
I'm not. I've already put it in the calendar. That's kind of why I'm doing it now.
Fair enough.
So while we're just this is the session while we're in the bunker after the towers fell. Amelie shows up. Don't do the thing.
Phone call.
might
Dumbass, what are
want
you
to
planning?
have- we
Why do
might
I
want-
have red flags going off?
we
They're
might
not
want
wrong.
to have a scene today since you're going to be out, because like I really feel like you and Kyle and Morgan talking in the bunker would be a great scene to have.
I feel like at this point it would be a phone call though.
Okay.
Like she set up some sort of warning system for when dumb ideas start happening.
Okay.
She's got a
That's fair.
dumbass phone. Whoop, whoop.
She's a mage. She could do that.
Morgan's
has
phone
the right
just
spheres.
Morgan's phone just puts itself on speaker, and she's on the line without him hitting a button or anything.
Yeah.
Just be like, "Hey, don't do this. We need to teleport her out." And so
Yeah.
that actually brings up another interesting question. How is the Archon gonna react? And we could do this later, but I'm interested to see how the Archon's gonna react to having somebody try to teleport the sheriff out of danger with mages. Because some of this is very much nope, but the overall goal is okay, well maybe not such a bad thing to, pull the sheriff out of the fire and give her a blood bag so that she can
Go
continue
immediately
being
back
useful.
into the fighter to, keep doing her job
Because it's Gwen.
because it's Gwen.
Well, yes, but healing damage is good, right?
Okay,
sure.
so I'm doing the sphere math in my head. To yank a kindred out from such a scenario, you would need at least correspondence 3. That's a minimum. You
So
have to
here's
have
the
correspondence
other
3.
thing is he has like a bajillion mages on staff and they have done far worse.
I think it's only 8. Is that
Yeah,
right? Or was it?
'cause you
Right, but
killed
you
off
literally
most of the rest.
ripped a character out of time and space from another timeline
That's true.
and kept him in stasis.
Yeah,
So I feel
grab
like this is no problem.
We grabbed Soul A and alternate timeline body B, and we came up with resurrected character C.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that bad idea warning system.
That's why
Okay.
it's in place.
So
Yes.
That
Yes.
would be that would be mind 3 because you need to get into people's heads.
oof.
Um,
So my
like,
iPad's
at
dead and I
least,
don't have my character sheet.
at least 1 dot in life because you're getting into a kindred head specifically. No, a dot of entropy for the same reason because you got to
Okay,
mix the two
so-
for that.
So counterpoint. Emily is a virtual adept and he has a phone that she built.
Yes,
Okay, give me a second.
but
I'm
It's
getting-
constant
that just
speakerphone.
Wait,
Are we talking about the resurrection or the warning?
No, we're talking about the warning system.
I'm going bare bones basic. Constant speakerphone. I monitor everything because dumbass won't call me.
No, dumbass does call you. You don't answer.
All right,
That's
so
why.
I have Emily's sheet. Give me a second. I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh God.
Yeah, shoot it to me because, like I said, iPad's just dead.
So wait a minute. What spheres are you looking at? She does have core 3.
Core 3,
Well,
good.
okay.
Good. That would be required for the second half of the system. Sending the no, wait, stop. That's stupid.
And that's why I know I don't have some of those, or at least high enough in some of those, which is why I'm saying no. Bare bones basic. She's a virtual adept who built his phone.
But she's also been given authorization to tap the talents of the other mages that are working with them.
Yeah.
So just because she personally can't do it doesn't mean that it can't be done.
This is true. So, wait. You're looking at core 3, mind what?
Core 3, mind 3, life 1, entropy 1.
Okay. So mind 3, she would have to tap another mage 4. She already has life 1, and she'd have to tap into somebody who has got entropy 1. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Big buffer.
Let's see. Well, listening in through the phone, you're probably going to need like 2 dots, at least 2 dots of data.
That's where correspondence is.
Yeah.
Data and correspondence are different spheres.
No, there's
Nope.
there's data correspondence, and then there is actual correspondence.
Yep.
They're the same sphere, but different subsection.
Yep. That was a whole thing we looked into when
I-
I was building the character.
Yeah, that's mage 20th. Actually, that's mage since 3rd.
Oh.
But there's okay, so correspondence is one sphere split into 2. Data for virtual adepts, in regular core. So when Greg is doing his correspondence, if he is actually doing data transfer, that is data. If he's actually opening up the portal to go into a different world, that is just correspondence.
Mages.
I'm
Totally
sorry.
not bullshit.
I had to make that. That was a thing we had to look up.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry. So
It's okay.
Also, storyteller trumps all.
I mean, you're right though. You're right.
But there was actually a defining thing between the two. So, what do
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a thing. Anyhow, so she does have the appropriate spheres, and she can team up with some that have them. So that's not a big deal. So I would already call that Emily is getting the whole full-blown version. Plus, she also sees what's going live at the tower.
Well, and Morgan has also put out standing orders that she's to be kept in the loop on things unless he specifically says otherwise.
Yeah.
And Penny has been relaying information as much as she can.
Yeah, that would have been one of Penny's ongoing tasks, is just make sure that Emily has an idea what's going on.
And by the time she sees Emily today, she'll probably be at least 2, almost 3 sheets into the wind going, I don't know what's going on. I just hear people throwing alcohol at me. Here's the things I know. I'm going to Antarctica for 2 weeks. Bye.
That's true. We did get her vacation.
I really think that she would have a better time in the middle of Guru territory.
I don't think she would at this point.
She wants to get
I
as
think it
far
matters at
away
this point.
from us fucks as possible.
She asked for
Yeah.
an area where there will be no kindred. And there is one place where I can promise you there will be no kindred.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We can do that. We can make that happen
Yes.
for Twitch
I'm
chat.
just first off, I just have to say thank you for referencing the Gibbs smack.
I
Holds a
am a
special
man
place in my
of culture.
heart.
For
Yeah.
Twitch chat. We the message just came across. For funsies, add forces and spirit to create a ghost hand that will give smack Morgan in the head every time a bad idea pops into his head. That might happen now.
I like it.
I mean,
I need to know what to roll to beat Ozzy's security.
That's gonna have to be. Are you?
Persuade on Boblin.
Oh,
I mean, is he wrong?
That's true.
oh shit!
It's
No, he's
true.
not wrong. Damn, I don't have too much wager. I just have to ask.
But does Melody know that
Or-
that's not wrong?
You know, Melody. Somebody has.
Melody
a key.
would.
Yeah.
You know,
Melody
somebody's
would.
got a key to Ozzy's place, right?
Boblin doesn't need one, and no, I don't know who's got a key, but I know Boblin don't need one.
Tommy probably
Oh, okay.
has one.
Yes, Tommy has a key.
I try not to bother Tommy.
Tommy just walks into Ozzy's place anytime he fucking wants.
Fair.
Yeah,
The
but
question
this
is,
is
living
would
true.
together.
Boblin help?
Boblin, can I imagine just Boblin left to her own devices in Ozzy's place for like, I don't know, 3 days? Just,
Oh.
She would
Ozzy
do
come
it.
back be like, what the
She would
fuck?
do it on a boon system.
I owe her a boon for an hour in there.
Yup, thereabouts.
What do I roll for the traps?
Storyteller's just trying to get more plot hooks. She wants players to owe boons.
Right? I wouldn't charge you a boon. Charge you a sprinkle. Difference.
How
Sprinkle
does it mean
boon.
sprinkle?
Yeah. If you're really trying to do it, I would say Dex and Larceny.
I am trying to do it. Oh, nice.
God.
Hold on. Oh no, Ozzy and I did not get set off on the right foot.
No,
Not
you did
Even
not.
close. Oh, good. I get to add a dice for that.
Oh boy, this should turn out great. Poor Ozzy's not even here to defend himself.
I may be messaging poor Ozzy to go, poor
Oh
Ozzy.
no.
Next time he goes into his
See, this I will surge a blood for.
We'll see if he looks.
I do have stealth with a break-in specialization.
I am setting 3 traps. Do I roll 3 different times?
Yes.
Look, Ventru, if she wasn't gonna go to you for a stealth job, if she wasn't gonna go to me for a stealth job, she's not gonna go to you for a stealth
You're
job.
not wrong.
Fair.
4. Oh, that's 6.
It's not bad.
Roll the
I
gate,
mean-
guys. See how good you get. Oh! Ha ha! Ha! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 of those are a crit.
So 2 of those
Damn.
are crits, so we 5, 3, 4, 7 crit.
Yeah, 7 crit.
Nice.
I want the 7 crit on his front door.
Now, hang on. So, there's been some talk recently about consent and PvP and things like that. Do we need to contact Rono and get his consent for this?
Already working on it.
It's glitter!
Okay.
But
Yes,
it's
I'm
also
aware that's weaponized
sabotaging
at
his
this point.
It's also not real glitter. The last time we didn't consent, it was when we sent him 100 rubber ducks. And that kind of thing hasn't happened again.
No, that was just.
Oh, those rubber ducks have now been donated to the Boy Scouts. I got an update on
Aww.
Oh, the rubber ducks. Okay, that's not what I thought I heard. Okay.
No. See, that was Siddick's funeral.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
My best friend died a few years back.
Yeah.
And a couple years before that, he had said, when I die, don't send flowers because I don't care about flowers. Send dildos.
And he'd become pretty prevalent in the Twitch community at that point.
So there were a bunch of people asking where to send flowers, and so I talked with his brother, and his brother was like, "Fuck it, I'll take the dildos." So we gave out a PO box, and people sent dildos to.
Did you
his
ever get a
family.
final count on how many packages?
I don't know, but there were a couple of pictures when he opened it, and he's going, "Who does this?"
Well, yeah, no. So it's like there were bespoke, handmade
I know
pieces of art.
Mystic sent the really big one. That was Mystic.
Someone
The best-
crocheted one, someone woodworked one.
The best part is that he had given me $50 to buy a Bob, battery operated boyfriend. I used those $50 to send it right back to him because I knew he needed it for eternity.
So what happened with a lot of those? So there was one that was like hand-crafted crystal that got left in a art gallery just without talking to anybody. You just walk in, you set it there, you walk away, and everybody thinks that somebody else put it there and that it's part of the thing.
Oh,
And
Oh, Erebus!
sorry.
I
Hi.
he shaved. He shaved everything.
Donald, stop it!
Just eat the sprinkle, Ellen.
that's not the sprinkle.
That is Mr. Nerdy, everyone.
That's Erebus. Can we stop with the random thing? Okay.
It's a Moogle!
Everyone that plays Final Fantasy 14 knows what knows what we're reading. If you don't,
It's any Final Fantasy, not just 14.
That's fair.
So yeah, they sent, I think it was 54 dildos to his family,
Yes.
and there's a parking garage where a lot of people like to keep their expensive cars, and there were a lot of dildos that had suction cups on them. So, they make great hood ornaments.
You're not wrong.
You just
1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly, just down the line. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, Siddiq absolutely would have done it.
You're not wrong.
So yeah.
With all that being said, where are we at now? And are we actually doing a scene right now?
Do we want to have Nerdy will not be able to be here next week. So
Right.
Rob, do you want to have a scene where you meet Morgan's other assistant in the bunker?
I am entertained for this, but
Okay, you see, the thing is, you added a whole bunch of extra words right at the end of that sentence. Or you could have just stopped at Rob, do you want to have a scene? Just full stop right there. And the answer would be yes.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
the rest of the
so-
words after that.
So,
is
yes,
just
we're here
add
for it,
on
is what I'm
that
hearing.
really didn't affect the answer whatsoever.
Hey, Junie, send
Yeah.
me my fucking sheet.
yeah, give me a second.
We get the kids their snack.
Oh my god.
Actually, I might be
Okay.
able to find it in my drive. Hold on. Because I think I had to upload it to Drive to even get it to you.
You did.
Yep, so I can get it. Never mind.
I'll be back in just a minute.
Alright, kids, we're having a scene!
Okay. So Emily would have gotten word that there is a potential attack and that mages are to either get in the bunker or get on the helicopter and go to the country residence so that they are all safe. So
Let's get Trey and Dice out.
Emily does know where the secret bunker is and does know where Morgan is currently.
Yeah, here's the thing though, is virtual adept with a phone.
Emily would have gotten the bunker in a briefing. Like Morgan would have made sure that
Rob hasn't seen my dice box that hold my custom dice.
Oh,
I've not. It a coffin.
It's a coffin. And then the dice I made.
Are those all acrylic?
They're epoxy.
Epoxy, okay.
By the way, kids, Nerdy makes her own dice. Please stop by
Yes.
her Etsy.
she also does graphics work. She'll do Twitch overlays, emotes, the occasional banner.
Do we have a nerdy one for you? Or do we have a dice command?
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know that we do.
We don't have a dice command or anything for you?
Follow me there. I think I have. Why? Stop. I don't want.
Oh, I'll take it.
Go follow me. Yeah, go. I'm in that list. Go follow me there. We gotta add Rob to that list, but yeah. So on the regular ones, it's the black. It's the onks are filled in with black, and then my hunger dice. I've got them filled in with red.
I need to order another set of those.
I have to make a new mold. The last one kind of died.
I mean, you don't. It doesn't seem like you have to add me to either of these anyway. This looks like it's all Twitch stuff, and I don't use Twitch in that manner. So
That's okay.
Fair.
There's your
No, I
problem.
said and they ignored me.
No. We could do it with Follow Vampires, and we could turn around and put your Twitter on there.
that you could do. Yes.
Because
yes.
you do the tweet, motherfuckers.
Yeah, or like
Because,
they don't have my personal Twitch; they have Roll Call's Twitch on mine.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Okay, I've got dice out. Got my sheet up.
Samesies.
Sure.
So I believe that at this point, we're going to be in the kind of meeting room in the bunker, watching the news while the tower's on fire and falling.
Yeah.
Sounds accurate.
So at that point, are we going with that early warning system being a thing?
Sure!
Yeah, I'm thinking we are.
It's going nuts right now.
You hear whoop whoop come from your phone. And it's a whoop whoop it's never done before.
What's that sound, Maggie asks?
Uh,
Whoop whoop.
What? Morgan looks at his phone.
One Sam.
Did you dumbass banner going across the screen?
He's gonna go to pull up his contacts and call Emily because he knows that she customized it.
We're in the basement, right?
We are in the basement.
Okay.
It rings half a time. It doesn't even ring a full time. It rings half. What the fuck?
Tower's under attack. Gwen's
Yeah.
on fire. We need to go get her.
No, we're gonna get her out. You're not going.
Are you sure about that?
If I have to come in there and tie you down, I'm sure about that. Never mind, you
I'm
might
not
like that too
leaving
much.
In your dreams. I keep things professional, thank you.
You'll have to tie him down.
Who's tying what down?
You know what?
Apparently the
I-
mage is going to tie him down.
Oh Lord.
Wait a minute, wait. We're tying.
Junie, what am I rolling to teleport in? Yes, I will take whatever
Core.
paradox. I
Hang
have
on, no,
to.
there's a
Oh
bathroom.
no, there's a
bathroom.
bathroom. Yes.
Yep.
Not taking any paradox. What am I rolling?
Core, your core, prime, and Arte. So your highest
Okay.
sphere and your Arte. And if
Yep.
it's your, since it's your affinity sphere, you get an extra die on that.
Hey, guess what? I can still roll dice really well. That is a crit 8.
Oh yeah. You enter the bathroom. Bippity boppity boop. You're all the way down there.
I walk out of the bathroom holding the phone.
Morgan
Guns
kinda
get
looks-
drawn. It's like
Did-
guns are drawn.
Tommy's
faster.
like, put them away.
Yeah.
Did you not
Morgan's-
hire me to?
Polar bear's growling at Kyle now. Put the gun
Did
down.
you not hire me to tell you when dumb shit's about to happen?
What
And when
the
you're about to do dumb
fuck?
shit.
Oh, another hiree. Just holsters
Yeah,
guns.
everyone, and Morgan's gonna gesture to the badge that I assume Emily is wearing that he gave her. Right, and everyone wearing my badge has been vetted and has approval of the prince.
You had people in the bathroom working?
No. Well, kinda.
That's where he keeps them, in the bathroom.
I mean, I know
It's a
Oxygen.
great place to get some peace and quiet. Emily,
We don't kink shame. It's fine.
Emily,
That's right. We just keep people in the water closet.
We do not do dumb. We do not do dumb.
would you have me leave you if you were the one on fire?
Do you not have a team, a very highly skilled team, who has done more than this?
The last time we had a situation like this, 4 of that team died trying to resolve it.
Right, yeah, this is much easier than that.
Oh, good. I'd like to have the sheriff here and preferably alive and not on fire, please.
Yeah. Yeah, we can
I
do
would
that.
I would like to definitely put special emphasis on the not on fire bit.
Yeah, second.
Third. And then actually, Maggie
Wow,
goes
the confidence
down.
in our abilities.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's just fire bad.
Yeah,
I'm
Maggie reaches down and lifts a polar bear's paw up and goes, "We agree too."
Is it the glittering
Wasn't
paw?
she a squirrel last time?
Is it the paw I used to flick glitter at her?
She's species
Probably.
fluid. Just go with it.
Go flick the glitter again.
Rolling with it, got it.
Flick-
Okay.
Listen here, you crazy psychotic polar
Yes,
bear
it-
bitch!
But
Let me go make phone calls. I turn around. Want to do a bubble so they can't hear what I'm saying
Okay.
because person I don't recognize in room.
Ow, 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 that was my finger. Ooh, that's gonna be a forces thing. I don't think you have the forces for it.
There are also, like, private areas that you can
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Then I
could
go to
just-
one of those private areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I call the team and I go, okay.
don't mind me. I'm just going to roll wits awareness aspects for heightened senses.
Yeah, that's what I was
You're
kind of
high
trying to avoid.
strong.
Come on,
Okay,
you remember
so-
all that.
Yeah. No, I've used that one so well. I'm green cheese. Okay. Here. Gonna call the team. We need to get the sheriff out. Get the sheriff to the bunker. Use my GPS location to get her here if you have to.
All right. We're already. Oh wait, we can't do live, motherfucker. Why do these people not have some kind of goddamn heartbeat? Never mind.
You know, I know we had someone on the team who could do live.
Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of entities down there. Can we narrow this down to which entity are we looking at?
Gwen, one of the ones on fire.
Hold on,
Redhead.
pulling up her profile.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, they are right now kind of glowing.
We need them put out on no more fire on them and here.
Sure.
I know it's
okay.
something we can do. We've done much harder.
We've done. Yeah, there was a couple people that
Just
that did exactly
to the bathroom
survive.
to fight the you know what.
Wait,
I know.
was this sanctioned? Do we have the appropriate paperwork for this?
I have direct orders from Daily.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Give
Yeah.
me 45 seconds.
'Kay.
Maybe a minute.
Okay.
Daily know how to fill out paperwork.
I have people for that. Thank you.
That's what I thought.
I'm actually going to borrow permission to call Squiggles.
Yeah.
Call.
Yep. Tell her I owe her coffee.
She's going to call you on that.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. Make it a minute. Oh, I hate it when they turn around and... never mind.
Just get her here. Let me know if
And-
there's any hang-ups, and I hang up and I go back out. They're on it.
Okay.
ETA of about a minute.
Let's get some blood and maybe some fresh clothing. And Morgan's actually going to set about, contacting Penny and asking her to have those things sent down.
Everyone give me wits and awareness.
Damn it.
Okay.
Can I still add my heightened senses?
Oh, sure. Why not? It's going to be interesting for Kyle. He might go slightly deaf.
Flat free.
Oh, I mean, if that, there's a roll for that to make sure I shut my heightened senses off beforehand.
Yeah, you might
Is
want to get all the rolls.
sight?
No.
Is sight part of no? Okay.
I mean, for the 6 successes I rolled to listen in to the mage, was that enough in the room that they were in, or no?
This is going to be in the room you're in.
Oh, no.
He's
The
trying
six, I rolled earlier to
Yeah.
listen in to the mage's phone call.
Yeah.
Was 6 successes enough to listen in successfully?
Oh, yeah, you heard all of it. Absolutely.
Okay. Now I'll put in the result that I just rolled for this new roll.
Okay. So, who got what?
I got a 5.
5.
Okay, so I got a 4, 6. I got 2 3s, a 6, and a 5.
2 5s.
2
I got a
5s.
5.
Oh, 4. Okay, so 2 5s, a 4, and 2 3s. Got you. So, for the 3s and the 4s, you see the ceiling kind of scramble for a moment. Kind of like, in the Matrix where something shifted and you see like there's some kind of digital overlay on it. For the higher numbers, I'm sure all of the actors in this little narrative right now have seen when Robert Downey Jr. comes in and Shoot to Kill comes in and starts playing in the first Avengers movie. So you hear the scrambling, or you see the scrambling, and then all of a sudden you hear the clicking in of the Shoot to Kill soundtrack playing. Hence why
Squiggles. That's all you hear from Emily, leave it to Squiggles.
And that song plays. It's not loud. She did not turn it up to 11. She had that on at least
Thank
a 3
fuck.
or 4.
Thank fuck.
And then all of a sudden, a digitized head comes down from the ceiling.
And it's Squiggles' head.
It squiggles. And she kind of does this.
I'm rolling for stupid.
I'm like,
I wave. Yes, I owe you coffee.
digitizing. Where am I dropping the body at?
Bathroom. Not that you're fighting much paradox by doing that at this point now anyway, but...
Okay!
So I guess here then, because what's the point?
You might want some fire extinguishers. We're
Bathroom.
working on it.
Bathroom.
Bathroom. I told them to put her out.
We're what?
Squigs.
Tommy's just gonna I'm not gonna look.
Somebody
There's-
gave her a fire hug, okay? I
Is
can't
there
help
a
this.
fire extinguisher around here?
Yes,
in the
there
bathroom, there are
Yeah.
sprinklers that will go off automatically.
I'm
if
going
that's
to
an
roll
issue.
wits in a cult for that. Somebody gave her a fire hug comment.
Fair.
What was this?
I don't have any dots in a cult, so you do that.
What's that stupid roll you were doing, Tanari?
Well, I succeed. I'm not going stupid, but
Okay.
after the fire hug comment, the polar bear is going to find the nearest fire extinguisher and wait patiently in front
Well,
of the bathroom.
So, 5 messy.
Oh no.
Wits a cult.
Jesus Christ. Why? Why, Rob? Why? Why you do the thing? Alright,
I start making my way to the bathroom so that I can put Sheriff out.
God.
I take the fire extinguisher from the polar bear as I go.
Morgan's actually
Hey!
going to follow.
Who's got a
What the hell
storyteller's
is Squiggles
thing?
anyway?
First of all,
I point at Morgan, stay.
I can't hear what you're saying, Junie. What?
who's got a... Rob, what's your storyteller? You got your storyteller thing on you?
No, I took that upstairs trying to clear off the table.
This is what you get for trying to clean up the table.
I know. So, we need messy options. I know compulsions are available for messy options.
When she tells Morgan to stay, the polar bear is going to
Paranoia.
sit on him.
What's number 7? Oh, wait, here. I found it. Oh, yeah. So, you're 7. You got a compulsion of harm. Sorry. I rolled 7.
Don't give the Arcana harm compulsion in the middle of my basement. Jesus.
Oh boy!
Oh no.
It's
Oh
okay.
no! You
As
know,
it goes-
let's just hope that she gets put out.
What do I roll to sit on, Morgan?
Well, you see, the problem is that was the roll to... So, 5... You see, that was 5 messy.
Yeah.
Would it be safe to assume he's got a fairly good idea of what was done to her?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? So, the people that went to the that grabbed fire stuff and went to the bathroom, he's just going to run and tackle you.
Oh.
Well, that wasn't
It's-
me. So
it's
just
a ta-
tackling the bear.
No, he's tackling the mage.
Tackling the mage.
Mm.
Oh.
I'm about to say
Yeah.
the bear's going to kick back.
Yeah. How do I not get tackled? Janie, what do I need to roll?
Dexterity and athletics.
I'm gonna have
Yes.
to do a composure roll, aren't I?
Okay.
You didn't see that coming?
Gonna. Yeah.
You know I have like a -2 to my composure, right?
You know you're playing with this group, and you're going to have to roll that composure like every 5 minutes.
I'm gonna roll willpower.
Yeah, yeah. I'm rolling. I'm rolling strength and brawl, which is fortunately also not one of his best pools.
Thank
Yeah.
He's
very
good.
lucky.
He's good. He's good at the shooty, not at the tackle.
Yeah. No, I got very lucky. That's gonna be a crit 5 on
Okay.
3 dice.
Strength and roll, and I need to roll
Got a
too.
better roll.
Okay, hold on.
Alright.
What's your roll, Kyle?
I rolled 3.
Cool. Okay, Tanari, you do a strength. If you're sitting on him, you're gonna do, you know what? Just do a strength and brawl roll. I'll have you do that.
So we just brawl off.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Okay.
Kyle is going to run to do his
Hey, no,
expulsion,
no.
and he jumps over to Nerdy, and
Is it?
Emil's
You
like,
can't be on camera without your clothes, dude.
psych that bitch, and just trying to twirls herself out.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You can't put her out if she's still on fire. That is a ritual.
Okay, maybe you try your words before tackling next time. I do listen.
Sorry.
I don't know. Maybe I wanted to make sure the fuck. You know what? Fucking fine. If y'all want to fucking get fucking hurt, fuck it. Fuck it all.
Why is this
Chris.
crazy man saying fucking fuck?
Squigs, how are things?
We're digitizing her now. Unfortunately, flames and all. We're trying to do
Got it.
things.
It's
Six
like,
crit.
and Kyle's just like, fucking see.
Morgan, you are sat upon by the polar bear.
Don't I get to roll to contest
I'm
that?
waiting for you to roll. If I don't get a number, you're getting your
Sorry.
ass sat on.
Oh god, this seems a train wreck.
Always trade.
You're not right.
So I rolled a 5 on my brawl.
And what did you get, Tanari?
6.
Yeah, your ass got sat on by a huge ass polar bear. Good luck, dude.
Hey, so Mr. Smart Guy who doesn't want to use his words and just wants to swear at me. How do we put out the fire?
You have to wait it out.
Okay.
You mean we can't kill the oxygen in the room?
It does not obey the normal laws of physics. It is first of all, it is magic that is created from our vitae, which already doesn't obey normal rules.
I mean, we don't obey normal rules. My head and my hand
Yeah.
are like kind of like out of a ceiling right now.
Get off me!
Morgan, stay.
You gonna stay?
Don't do the dumb.
Wait, you got a polar bear on a dude.
I'm
Yep.
not This is my facility.
Yeah, and it's my world. Hi.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
What are you?
That's my friend.
I'm a mage.
Alright.
Oh, I got an idea. Can I digitize her and put her in a video game, and then you guys can talk to her, and then we can turn around and try and heal her while she's in the video
Would
game, therefore
that-
not having to deal with your magic?
I'm sorry. What?
Which game are we thinking?
Star Wars!
Tommy's gonna start looking around for hidden
How
goodies.
much of that was English?
All of it!
What?
Then
What?
it's because that might help with the waiting out the timer for the fire to go out.
I know, right? And then, I could
Okay.
put her into a world of water, so she's constantly being
Oh
doused.
yeah, maybe not that.
Does she need to breathe?
I'm gonna
No, but talking
polar
is a
bear to
thing.
person. I'm going from polar bear to person. I'm gonna tell Morgan, if you go in there, I throw glitter.
So yeah, no, do the digitizing thing so that we can wait out the fire timer
Okay.
and keep an eye on vitals and what vitals
Mr.
we can-
Tackle Person, how long do I have to wait?
That is entirely up to the person who set her on fire.
So until she's not on fire, got it.
I know, I will put her into a vat pool where she can actually use the whole microphone on the mask and she could talk
Yep.
through people that way.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes! Alright! And all of a sudden you see the head and hand go back up and
Hey, the laptop, so we can talk to her.
Maggie's like, I think she's already commandeered my laptop.
I was talking to Swigs.
No. Maggie
Morgan's-
points out she can't use her laptop anymore. Yes, Morgan is gonna do what?
So I rolled a 4 on my compel to tell Melody to get off.
Are you resisting Melody?
No, because I already went from polar bear to person and figured he could shove me off if he wanted to.
Oh, okay, so...
Okay. So Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So hold on. It wasn't Kyle that was being sat on. It was Morgan.
Yes.
Yes.
Morgan. It's Morgan, not you.
Oh, okay.
Tommy.
No offense,
Alright,
but Melody doesn't care if you go get yourself burnt up yet.
This is fair. Tommy, what were you looking at doing?
Tommy's just watching all this. Like, I do not have enough drugs in my system to deal with this shit right now.
So, the screen that you guys are all seeing the whole news thing go over, it starts to flicker. And you see the inside of a med bay in Star Wars.
Thank you, Squigs.
And you'll see bobbing inside and out of a vat, a medical vat tank, is Gwen. You do see the mystical fire on her, but you do see that this water she is in is helping and repairing her body. And then you'll see Squid kind of go,
That looks painful.
Coffee. Double coffee.
Yeah, I suspect, assuming the sheriff survives this, that I'm going to owe you both quite a lot of coffee.
I mean, you
There. And
In
I
my
look
veins.
at Kyle, whose name I still don't know. There. Now we're all safe, and no one has to deal with fire.
He's just choking down that desire to hurt people at the moment.
Does Mr.
Maybe-
Tackles need to do something? I could digitize him into a fight if he wants to do a fight.
I don't want to see him with a lightsaber now.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool, right?
I'm a little more concerned about the people who did this to Gwen, and
Yeah.
they might still be on their way here.
I mean, I can try and get her to talk if you guys want.
That's all up to Gwen. We're not going to force her to talk.
My primary concern is I want to avoid further injury for her and mitigate any injuries that she's already suffered as much as we can.
Oh, I can answer that one. Oh wait. Yes, I can. So technically, in the gaming world, your health is divided on percentages of how alive you are and how dead you are. Being that she's already dead, but we had to make her alive in this instance, she technically is alive. Yay. Currently, her health cycle is at about an 85, almost 90%. We are trying to heal her.
You're not turning her into. I mean, are you turning her mortal? What?
No, but we kind of had to matterize her and digitize her cells to being slightly alive, so she's kind of alive, but not really alive. But in the gaming cycles, she's alive.
Just
So should all of her memories
Video game
and
hullabaloo.
abilities-
Oh, yeah, she's 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gwen will still be Gwen, and
Gwen
she'll
is
have
still Gwen.
all of
She's
her.
just in a video game right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Good.
can't do all of that stuff. I mean, I
And
might be magically
nobody-
powerful, but not that.
Nobody has been. Nobody died doing this, right?
I would have already been informed.
No, I'm still alive.
Okay, so this is much better than last time. Thank
It's
you.
almost like you hired me for this shit. Okay, not originally hired me for this shit, but promoted me for this shit.
Oh, you might want to give little dude
and you're doing a
something.
marvelous job.
Or-
I prefer if you were a little bit less rude, but
Got,
I'm willing
The
to
dumbass
deal
alert
with.
started to go off. I had to kind of go drastic measure on it.
Somebody help little dude. Little dude needs help. And she's pointing to Tommy. I think he needs a hug or something.
Tommy,
you
are
good?
you okay?
Please don't hug me.
Okay, I could give him a virtual hug.
Please don't.
/ hug.
What do you need?
Morgan's gonna pull out the sprinkles. Do you need one of these?
Tommy will just hold his hand out.
Morgan just starts tapping a few out. He'll give some like 10 times the dose that he gives Melody.
Great. He's just gonna pop him in his mouth.
Give me composure, and resolve.
Oh
Please.
no.
So I'm rolling with a -2 because I'm gonna take off for the short fuse. So this'll be fun.
Oh no.
I mean, fortunately, I have a decent
extinguisher
composure and resolve.
Can I have the fire extinguisher back now?
No, you sat on me.
That was a one sound.
Right.
Sounds like Melody really wants that thing back now.
So everyone watches as Tommy takes these sprinkles. And not only does Tommy's eyes widen, and it's not normal for vampires' eyes to dilate like they do. And it's more of all of a sudden, Tommy, you can not only taste the rainbow, you can eat the rainbow, and the rainbow is all around you. I mean, Purple Haze is like your national anthem right now, playing in the back of your head. And yeah.
So what you're telling me is I want to just try to eat everything now.
Well, I wouldn't say want to eat, but maybe lick, do a little taste test, make sure it's all good. You might want to poke a couple people to make sure they're real. You are on a major trip right now.
Bundle for texture texting.
Melody's just gonna walk up and poke him in the head a couple times. He's still in there.
Tommy's just gonna like grab her finger. Try to lick it.
Hold on. No, I actually have to. Hold on. Yep. Tommy's getting pocket sanded.
Great.
Pocket glitter. Yeah, this is a thing. Yeah, all of a sudden it's like psh, pocket glitter.
Which I'm assuming to Tommy is like an explosion of color.
Oh, it's not an explosion of color. It is an experience. This is something you are living for now. You are
So
vibing
Melody
with
throws
this
the
shit.
glitter and it's just and it's over. But for Tommy, it's like and he's just like sitting there like
Yes. All the yes.
yeah.
And Squiggle's like, oh, damn. Okay, I'm bringing her online. Are you ready? Because I don't know if the little man's going to be experiencing all this.
Hey, I think we're as ready as we're gonna be this time.
Okay.
Tommy, you good?
Tommy's okay.
Is it the shapes and colors TikTok sound?
I'll take care of Tommy. We're okay.
Tommy just
Okay,
like
Tommy's
are you
shoulders
as are you
steer
as
that
you right now?
Yes, I'm a human right now.
Oh, cool. Then Tommy's just like touching like your face.
I'm gonna take Tommy over to a corner, set him in a chair, and then the squirrel's gonna sit in his lap and make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Oh man, if you go squirrel, he's just like
I'm good with this.
It's the bat.
So that bat, side note, is something that Tanari made.
Yep.
Yeah, I have standing orders for more of this. I gotta get sewing again.
Okay, go follow Tanari, guys. She also makes awesome things. We're gonna do the link for me. We're gonna do the link for her too.
Fair
That's
enough.
fine. So as Squiggle, you'll see Squiggles go up, do a couple of knob turns, and then the camera kind of comes closer, and you can literally see where part of her arms were burnt, part of her side of her face was burnt. You can see all of that slowly getting pixeled in the color that she was. So it's all taking, and you can still see the mystical fire, and you can still see it trying to eat things, but then you see the pixelation trying to cover it up and slowly hoping that it's healing everything after the fire.
Morgan actually will lean over to Emily and say, "Hey, we got loaned a few Tremere from the Chantry. They're going to be more familiar with this kind of thing. They might also have, they might also be able to help. So
Okay.
maybe confer with them."
I need to
Okay.
And
Oh,
you want drag.
you'll hear Gwen just go, "Hello?"
Gwen,
hey.
it's Morgan. Are you okay?
And she kind of just floats her arms up as it's on magical fire. I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I mean, I hope that it's an improvement over how you were a few minutes ago.
I can't quite describe the mode of my existence at the moment.
Drastic measures. You're in, I'm gonna assume Star Wars The Old Republic.
And Squiggle's just nodding.
Yeah.
I was going to come get you, but my employees proposed a more expedient solution.
When there's a wall of mystic fire, I would greatly say no, don't.
That's why technically no one actually went to the Wall of Mystic Fire.
Oh, good, because that was painful.
Yeah, that's why you're in the video game right now instead of
You're muted.
physically.
Was anyone else trapped in the Mystic Fire?
Bro. Yes, I could only get so many people out. The higher ups, the higher echelon are all safe. It was some of the lower workers I wasn't able to get out.
Do you want me to try and send some people over there to look for them?
I mean, after the Tremere decided to stop giving fire hugs, that would be a good thing. I don't know if it was Tremere or not. I'm only assuming right now. There was 4 squads. And 2 of those squads were fucking Krino's Garou. They shredded downstairs like it was a party favor that they needed to open up and take a look at. Holy fuck. Jackson's pissed.
I imagine.
But, yeah, they kept chanting. Don't we have an accord with William? They kept chanting William.
It was probably a false flag like the attack a few weeks ago.
They also were chanting Gesture King? What shit is this again?
Oh, dear. That's definitely not William.
Right, because they were saying Gesture King and William were in an alliance.
The only way that the Jester King and William would be in alliance is if William ate the Jester King and had him living in his head.
Can we not?
I'd prefer to avoid that as well, but there's not going. That's the only way there's going to be an amicable relationship between those two, and I expect it would take a few centuries.
I can't get within the ball. Because
Got
I
ya.
can't get on gate. And work at Facebook, so no big deal.
Okay,
Love it.
sorry.
Smooches.
Apparently, there's network issues that I've got to look into after this.
Yep. And she'll go, yeah. So at least we got the main people out. Your people got me just as the floor was collapsing underneath me. So,
Oh, good timing.
job.
Good job, Squiggles. Thank you.
it goes like, uh-huh. We were hardwired in by that time.
Morgan will pull out go into his wallet and pull out a card, and it's a Starbucks card. It's a Starbucks card that's black. It's not the normal one. And he'll kind of look at between Squiggles and Emily and be like, how do I give this to her? All right, he'll hand it over. It's a lifetime.
See her set it on her phone, and it kind of just absorbs in.
It's a lifetime supply of Starbucks. You get free Starbucks, any Starbucks on the planet whenever you want.
Fuck.
You'll see Squiggles trying to play with a couple more of the dials and such. Okay. Her clothes got kind of really badly damaged, so I'm gonna put her in something completely different. Where am I putting this person at?
Once the fire's out, just the bathroom right over here.
She's not on fire anymore?
And she'll point, you can see the fire slowly dissipating.
Gently in the bathroom.
I can put her on the
You can
table.
have one more bag of chips, yes.
Let's do bathroom. Just
I don't think she's gonna stand, but okay.
Hang on.
I'll be in there.
Wait, Emily and Morgan will roll over a chair.
Yeah, I'll take the chair with me. Put her next to me so I can catch her. And then I'm in the bathroom.
The screen goes slowly fading, and as you see the fade go on, you see the water emptying out of the tank. You see clothes kind of like digitally growing on her. And then all of a sudden, you'll see a big flash, and she's gone.
I catch her as soon as she's in the bathroom, get her in the chair.
And she is in a Princess Leia gown. Because that's the closest thing she can think of.
I'm so sorry.
Oh!
Does she get a blaster? Does she have the Princess Leia sporting blaster?
Yeah, and then her red hair's in the Princess Leia buns.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so she's in the chair and I'm just doing this.
And you know, she's just like, I don't care. Just get me out. I don't want to know.
I pull out the phone. And I'm going to assume I'm going to roll correspondence for this one because I'm pulling something out instead of sending it.
That's fine.
And I'm going to pull out a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Same as when I do the teleporty thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
And the sheet.
Yes.
The screen goes black. Maggie's like, oh, finally, I get my laptop back.
Crit 7.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Yeah. I pull out a blanket and kind of drape it around her from the front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just take me out. This is fine.
Yeah, and then I roll her out of
I've
the bathroom.
learned worse. So
Morgan, at that point, Morgan's going to check the app on his phone. There's going to be an indicator next to the button that he hits to get an arm to pop out.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be green, yellow, or red, depending on how safe it is for the mages for him to do that. What color is it?
Yellow.
I would just straight up say red.
I mean, it's getting to that point.
Yeah.
And, you know, you see Emily wheeling Princess Leia Gwen out.
They only see the hair and buns because it's blanket.
And Kyle
I
is
give
just
Squigs a look at the
standing
ceiling.
standing in the corner. He's got his hands on his belt right next to his guns. And he just looks like he's pissed at the world right now.
Tommy's just like, whoa.
I was gonna say, as soon as Tommy realizes it's Gwen in the chair, Tommy's gonna be like, Gwen, when did you get here?
Just a minute ago.
Oh, that's fast.
I am fast. This is correct.
It's just like holding the squirrel.
Do you need something to drink?
Oh no, I don't know how they did it, but I'm not hungry. Thank you.
Okay.
We're good at what we do.
Much appreciated.
Is that a squirrel Tommy's holding?
That's Melody.
Kyle, how
Hey,
are you?
Tommy, maybe pet a little bit softer. It's Melody. You don't have to go whack, whack, whack.
Oh, it's Melody.
Yeah, but we don't need an of mice and men incident here.
I don't even.
But she's a squirrel.
Of mice or squirrel incident here.
I mean, the point is, you don't want her killing all the rabbits.
I knew why I said something.
Okay, Kyle, how are you doing?
The squirrel waves.
Squirrel's
Yeah.
waving at Gwen. Hi. This is the squirrel for all intents and purposes.
We'll have to get our forces up. Well, I'm not doing it this second. I don't think I can. Kyle, call who you need to call.
All right.
I would like to make a roll because there's some things that Morgan would make some inferences on this, I think, or try to.
Sure!
I'm assuming. I don't know what should I roll to see if there's more going on here than Morgan may have been led to believe in terms of Kyle.
You probably would either do you'll do what's in insight, and Kyle can turn around and do his manipulation and subterfuge. It's another roll off, kids.
Might I add the dice related to my to the Kyle Adams identity?
You have to, yeah,
Yeah.
because that is part of the lore sheet. Things
Well, no,
I
it's not just that, but it's also a full-on mask.
I know, I'm aware. There's things I cannot control here, kids.
Yeah.
Like this whole game right now, this very moment, because shit is happening.
Okay, I did use a willpower. I rolled a 5.
I am spending willpower because 2 is not enough to fend off a 5.
No, it is not.
But a 6 crit is.
I'm sorry. Your 5 plus with his 6 crit, you could see the conversation happening, but you kind of guess that being that Kyle's pissed off, it can be related to seeing Gwen in this state, and he hasn't seen Gwen in this state, and that he is being a good friend.
Well, and so more than that, Morgan will probably make a wrong assumption
Oh yeah.
in that he met Kyle at William's place, so he'll assume that he's some kind of anarch official.
That's actually valid.
That's the Kyle Adams cover. So
This is valid.
so this is just Morgan buying into the cover more.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. No, thinking he is a well-to-do in the anarch community. Yes, this is valid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else anyone would like to cover in this scene?
Right, now, you said you wanted to show me other things down here.
There are some things that might be useful for our current situation.
Right, lead the way.
All right, and Morgan's going to take him on a tour, starting, and he's going to say, this is something that I've gotten sort of approval on, both from Prince Jackson and from Baron William. They've both seen this and approved. So over here we've got the lab that the Tremere have set up. They've got a couple of researchers here, and in there we've got the Thin Bloods, and they've got some alchemy that is unusual both for the mages and for the Tremere. So we're working on seeing if we can combine and enhance those disciplines between the three groups to see what we can create with them working together that they can't do apart. They also and he'll walk over and into he'll lead him into the thin blood area, and there is a vault that he'll punch in a code to open, and it's just stacked. There's it's about the size of a walk-in freezer, and there's shelves on each side, and they are just stacked with alchemy vials. And they're labeled, and so you're going to see it's going to be mostly 1 and 2 dot disciplines, but you're just going to see just the names of different disciplines from different clans written down next to rows of vials.
And so as he's showing you this quick and dirty tour, or he's doing this tour quick and dirty, you're seeing everything that you yourself know could or could not be possible, but some of this stuff just should not be or should not be thought of, and yet you're seeing it being worked on, developed, improved, and researched even more, as if it is a viable option for things if things go awry in the nights before you.
This is very interesting stuff you've got going on down here.
There's things you've seen here that Gwen doesn't even know is existing at the moment. She knows of certain things, but not of everything. Otherwise, she may or may not have said something and dissuaded things, but she doesn't know, which is clearly evident in this whole quick and dirty tour of the facility. Now, Emily knows what's going on because she's a part of it. So you're seeing thin blood alchemy, mage magic, and Tremere rituals, as well as everything else. And as you guys are coming back, Gwen's just slowly moving to stand, and she has folded this wonderful blanket into a shawl, as she is already...
It's a really big blanket, so it's more like a cape that goes down to her knees at this point.
Okay, this is fair. And she's talking with Maggie, and Maggie's kind of like starting to pack up shop, going, yeah, we got some shit to do.
And Morgan, I don't know, would Morgan pick up any consternation on Kyle's part, or?
I actually rolled composure and subterfuge for that. I got 3 successes.
Okay. So let's see.
So yeah, if you want to roll wits and insight, meet or beat 3.
Oh man, I need to increase that pool. That's not his strong suit at all.
And while that's all going on, Tommy, you're just having the time of your life with glitter and all this stuff dancing around you while you're holding onto a squirrel.
I sure am. Gonna hate this in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so Morgan will go. Morgan is completely taken in by the subterfuge. He doesn't get it, and so he thinks that you're impressed. And he goes, "Oh, and earlier tonight, Naomi was especially impressed with this." And he pulls out the app and shows them.
And you see him pushing the app out, and all of a sudden an arm comes out, ready to be bitten.
And then I'll hit a button to signal that the arm can retract and show a menu where you can have, basically any descriptor you want to suit any palette restriction.
Interesting.
Emily, you know about this app.
And Morgan he's actually had Emily double check the steps that he's undertaken to ensure everyone's safety and ensure that everyone is well compensated and that everyone is a volunteer and no one's pressured into it.
Right. And Maggie is going to take Gwen to the elevator and say, I'm going to take her to my place and maybe help her get deprincified and more like herself.
I think I'm gonna join you.
Yeah, this has been a ride. Thank you so much.
Glad we're all safe. Keep in touch. We've probably got a lot of work ahead of us.
Yo, Tommy, do you want to ride to your place? Or do you want to just hang out with us for a bit? You are totally muted.
Sorry. Tommy's just like holding the squirrel like,
I'll put you in a room with colors. Lots of colors. Okay. Come on.
We all came here on motorcycles. This is just gonna be an amazing time for Tommy.
oh my god, it's gonna be a blast.
Here, Kyle, why don't you take Princess Leia and all you hear is Gwen go, "Rrr."
Would you like to borrow a car?
No, actually, I think this will be fun for Tommy. Because
I meant for Gwen.
Yeah, no, that
Her
was
balance
for Gwen.
is not the best.
She's
She's had a rough day.
Gwen's just like, just get me to a bed and let me lay down. I don't care how.
Why
you
don't
do
you
it.
just take the elevator up? I've got a guest room. You don't even need to go anywhere.
Oh no. Oh no. She has clothes for me. I know,
Okay.
like.
I have a tailor.
Tommy will like take off his jacket and just be like, tie this around when you ride the bike. It'll help you stay on.
Okay. And she will take it. No, it's. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. It's just.
Hope you feel better soon, Gwen.
Yeah.
Actually, Emily, do we have those panic buttons still?
Yeah, we should.
We make
I don't
sure
know.
that they each have one, just in case something goes down while they're traveling or at their place.
Okay. Yep. Pull out my phone. Do a few taps on it. Try to pick up enough dice with one hand and fail. I have a lot of dice for this for a reason. That is going to be a 6 to pull out panic buttons to hand to them.
And Morgan will take, or not Morgan, Maggie will take 2 for her, and
Gwen.
Gwen, thank you, because words. And
Yep.
Kyle could take his own.
Kyle does.
And then,
Just quietly slips it into an evidence baggie.
I mean, you're not wrong. And they will all quietly go into the elevator and head on home.
Morgan,
Heading into the elevator, Kyle's not rude. He'll turn around and just hat tip and then walk out.
Once the elevator door closes, I'm going to look at Morgan and go, who the fuck was that? Because we
Kyle.
never got introduced.
that's Kyle. He's Baron Donaldson's new cowboy.
William has a pet now?
I mean, he did before.
No, no, he was Gabe's pet before, from what I heard.
Yes, he was.
That's fucking right, he was.
Okay.
Sorry.
Either way, Gabe is like on hiatus. or
Gabe's on
something.
vacation.
Yeah, Gabe's on vacation and has been for 6 months, so he needed somebody else to fill in.
Right.
I wonder, like, how does time off work for Kindred? Like, clearly they
I
don't.
know, you're asking the wrong person.
Badly, because you still got
Oh,
to sleep through the day.
You know, lose your humanity, betray your convictions, kill your touchstones, that kind of thing.
Yeah. That's the whole ass thing. Anything else you would like to do before we close this off?
XP? That's it.
I feel like I should get XP, if anything.
Wow.
I do think that she should get some XP.
I
if
do
nobody.
too.
I will give her my hypothetical XP that I did not get today and just give it to her.
Everyone for participating today gets 2 XP.
Yay!
I wasn't actually
Thank you.
expecting that.
I wasn't either. I was joking.
I was
I-
expecting an hour
Guys,
show.
shut up and take the free XP.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so,
Yes, ma'am.
you know, this happens.
It's
I
on
mean,
my
we
sheet
just-
now, though. It's on my
we
sheet now.
did just do, what, at least an hour? Oh no,
Hour-
we just did like a 2-hour scene.
Yeah.
So,
This was a whole ass thing for everyone.
yeah. A whole last thing that I needed desperately.
And there is
Awesome.
absolutely nothing about this that is going to come back and bite Morgan on the ass at all.
Nope, not at all. Don't know what you're talking about.
All of it is.
Ugh.
Well, gang, you've all witnessed not only take a shot, another take a breath with 30 in it. Yay! So, yes, anything else you would like to add before we end this?
Be sure and follow us, and we're going to have another session like this on Saturday.
Very much
There's
so.
the bomb of all the links because I have them set up as macro buttons.
Can you,
Perfect.
I need to have a list of those again. I lost my list. I forgot where my list is. I'm
It's-
sorry, nerdy.
I can't wait till next week to see all the shenanigans.
Yes.
What were you going to
I
say,
know.
Rob?
I don't know. It's just, I was just going to wait until the end and say, everybody be safe. Have a good week.
Have fun. Have a good week. And remember, you guys always have a seat at the table with us. Bye!
Bye.